Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday morning and it is a glorious morning. It is dry, it is chilly, there's almost blue sky. I mean, I think the blue sky is on its way. I mean, it's still kind of dark. It's just coming up on 8 o'clock, so it's pretty early. The motorway is lovely and quiet as well, which I always appreciate. I hate the sound of that bellowing thing down there. Oh, so today's going to be a good day, I'm hoping. We're planning on doing lots of riding. And I've actually got some dates to put on my calendar as well. So last night and partly this morning while I was eating my breakfast, I actually sat down and started going through various events calendars. And I've pulled out some dates. It's a bit frustrating actually because there's not that much announced yet. Usually towards like the end of January, there's a lot more stuff that has dates posted. But I get impatient and I want to put the dates in my calendar now because, you know, it's the beginning of January and I want to get the dates in my calendar for the year, but they're not there yet. So I have to be a bit more patient, but I have got some dates. I'm going to get them on there. And I'm excited about that because I have said to you guys before that I need to have a goal and like a target to motivate me. I'm really bad at self-motivating if there's not like an end goal or a target or some kind of challenge to push me. So I'm really excited to get some dates on my calendar. It's going to spark the motivation a little bit, isn't it, Mr. Woodster? I think me and you need to go do some dressage, buddy. Well, we need to get you back into proper work first, don't we? We do. We need to get you back in proper work. But that should be a lot easier now. The days are getting longer already, and it is very noticeable. I'm really noticing the extra daylight, actually. We've been getting lots of rides after work, which is awesome. Actually, my work's changed a little bit as well. So I'm going in earlier, but I'm finishing earlier. So yeah, that has made it easier to ride. So all in all, I'm in a really good mood this morning. So I'm going to get my mucking out done, and then we're going to go do some fun stuff with ponies. Every day. Every single day. And she always comes onto the concrete to do it. You're strange, Stumpy. You're very strange. Why do you do it on the concrete? I don't understand. Does it feel good on your back or something? Strange memory. So you are high on the list for needs good exercise today, aren't you? You need a good burnout, missus. You need a good burnout. Should we go have some fun? Should we go somewhere where we can go fast, yeah? I think we'll go at the farm track, babe, because there won't be any people down there and I can just let you rip. We can just let you go, can't we? Oh, yeah. That's an energetic Nelly. Is she going to have a little rodeo out there? No, she stopped at the food. That's cool. Right, let's see what mood you're in today, troublemaker. Oh dear, your stable didn't get done up properly last night. Good job you're still in there, huh? Good job you're still in there. You're getting to be quite the escape artist these days. Oh, you're going to clean up first? Okay, fair enough. Shut that. So that you don't go on a little adventure. Sun's finally up. Oh, that's so nice. I think it's going to be a really nice day today. Alright, just going over to get Madam. I decided to give her a brush out here just to let her stand and chill and eat a bit more without making a mess in the yard, of course. And yeah, took her rug off to find this absolute... Oh, I'm stood in the sunlight. I took her rug off to find this absolute stunner of a poo stain. Oh, Nelly knew. And she's got a rather lovely one there as well. You're living up to the title of being a poo ball today, aren't you? Oh, Nelly knew. Okay, we're going to conduct an experiment. Oh, you're very jealous. I did give you a lick first. Look, it's all over your moustache. It's not like you've gone without. So she's like, I want the thing. Nelly, careful, because there's electric wire the other side of that, and I don't want you to get had by it. I don't want you to get zapped, silly. So I'm going to conduct an experiment. So Woodster obviously freaks out, acts like an absolute plonker when I take Nelly out. He does get anxiety issues, like regardless of which horse I take out. but they become excessive when I take Nelly out. Like, Nelly is like the love of his life, basically, and he just absolutely freaks out whenever she leaves him. He's okay when we take him away from her, interestingly. But if we take her away from him, it's like, brain dies, explosion, and then he'll just stand there basically having a tantrum in that filthy puddle until we get back, which I don't want him to do. I need to do something about that filthy puddle. We were thinking, so we've had an idea for a long time now, but the finances have never lined up with it, to get rubber out here, like rubber chippings. But my only thought with that is, so initially we went with that idea. We thought that would be the best idea because it's not going to decompose. And therefore it's not going to turn to mush out there like the last surface that we put down. So that was kind of the thought process on that we'd have like a dry, free draining surface that's not going to rot, that's going to last a fair few years. But the only downside of that is you're unintentionally going to end up with that on your muck heap. Ellie, hey, don't need a fence. And then because it's going on the muck heap, that then is going to end up on our land, and eventually we're going to end up with land that is polluted with bits of rubber. And the more I was thinking about it, hey, stop being a diva. The more I was thinking about it, the more I was like, is this the best idea ever? I don't know. And then Mum suggested the other day, well, why don't we just put sand down? Like maybe try sharp sand, but get a lot of it in, like get several lorry loads in. And instead of like, because we went for some kind of like equine dust or whatever it was called before, and we had it like pressed, like hard pressed onto the gravel. So you had like a solid, it was kind of like a soft concrete kind of thing, I suppose. But yeah, it didn't work out too well. When it got wet, it just turned to silt. But I'm thinking maybe if we get some sharp sand in here, that's supposed to be really good free draining and get a lot of it, so it's quite deep. Then that's not going to matter if we then end up with that on our muck heap, because the sand, in fact, will be good for our pasture because we have heavy clay soil. So the sand particles, as they go into our muck heap and then eventually end up on our field, are actually going to end up improving our soil structure in the long run. Nelly, look, okay, look, waffling on to people about poop and sand, and you're like, she's had enough, basically. She's annoyed with me right now. Stop being the fence, you strange horse. But anyway, that's where my thoughts are on that one. I feel like there was a point to this. Oh yeah, I got distracted because I was talking about the muddy puddle and dealing with that, didn't I? But anyway, yes. Jeez, Demi. Clearly, I'm in a bit of a high energy, crazy hormone mood today. And my brain is going in about 50 different directions at 100 miles an hour all at the same time. So you're going to have to forgive me if this vlog is a little bit scatterbrainy. Because that's just, I'm scatterbrainy today, basically. So the experiment, which was what I was trying to tell you about before I got distracted, is that I am going to leave the licket out in the yard with Woodster because he is obsessed with it. They're all obsessed with it. I'm kind of hoping, I mean, he's going to freak out when we leave. He always does. But I'm kind of hoping that that might tempt him away from the muddy puddle and help bring his anxiety down a bit. I don't want to put it on the other side of the yard because he likes to gate watch when we're gone. So I'm thinking if I leave it there, he's got something to concentrate on, but he can still kind of gate watch and keep an eye out for us. So we'll see how that goes today. Hopefully he won't be covered in filth when we get back. Hopefully. I don't know why he gets so upset, to be fair. I mean, he's got Blue and Stumpy here. It's not like he's Billy No Mates or anything. He's just a special boy, that one. Right, let's get a bridle on you and get going before it gets too peoply out there again. Did you get yourself in a predicament there, Nelly? Oh, you fixed it. She had that hanging off of her head collar. Good job, dumbass. Well done. Oh, good girl. Head up. Oh, that wasn't very elegant, was it, Nelly? Oh, it's very wet down here. Blimey. There we go. Good job, birdie. Right, we're walking. No, absolutely not. You'll break a leg if you take off in this. Absolutely not. Right, we're going to have to be sensible, I'm afraid. Canter. Ugh. Canter. Yeah, I'm going to have to keep a lid on her because that's how she made herself lame last year. We were just galloping through a field and we hit a boggy patch. I mean, to be fair, neither of us saw it. We didn't see it coming at all. So I don't think it would have made any difference even if I did have brakes, but I'm just conscious that there are boggy patches up here, and if I need to stop her, I want to know that I can. Oh yeah, this is wet. Right, that's enough. That's enough. This is really boggy. Good girl. See this? This right here is why she needs to just have a nice long grassy track and just be turned loose. She's got all this energy. Oh, he's calling. He sounds very much less stressed than he normally is. Oh no, he's in the muddy puddle. Of course he is. How dirty is he though? Oh, pretty dirty. Yay. Okay, mission fail. He was still a derp. Never mind. Come on, bird. Oh, she found the thing. Nelly, come on. Oh, look at your chops. That's grim, Nelly. Oh, she's going to get that all over me now. Ugh. Oh, yuck. Oh, gross. I don't slobber on me, please. No, no, ew, ew. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Here you go. You can have some doggo treats later. You had a carrot before we left, didn't you? You're obsessed with them. Right, you need a bath, birdie. You're done, bird. You're free to stuff your face for the rest of the Sunday. Whoop, whoop. All right, so I'm just sitting down before I forget, because I nearly forgot again. And I'm going to put up a couple of dates on my calendar. There we go. 2024, blank canvas. So, yeah, so we've got lots of dressage coming up. I'm not going to worry about putting those on just yet, because I don't know how realistic it's going to be aiming for any of them just yet. So the first show of the season that I am quite interested in is the Wiltshire Spring Show. And that is the 30th and the 31st of March. So let's put that up there. So, oh, I've stuck this on really wonky, haven't I? It's because it keeps falling off. So we've got Wiltshire. Oh, this pen is rubbish. Cool. You can't even read what that says, can you? Excellent. Good start. Good start. So we did go to the Wiltshire show last year. Need to have a look at what classes are running. So that was the show where Blue completely disgraced himself. Mum, bless her, didn't really want to go back. She didn't really like the venue that much. Like, we prefer showing on grass as opposed to in an equestrian centre. They always seem to be nicer shows. The horses prefer it. But yeah, that was the day that Blue really disgraced himself. I did vlog that day, actually. There is a vlog of it. I'll have to see if I can link it if you guys haven't seen it. But she was showing him in hand and she couldn't handle him at all. It went horribly wrong. So sorry about that. My battery died and screamed at me as it did it. Yes, so she was going to retire him from the show ring because he was being that difficult. He kept trying to bowl her over. It was just awful. It was really, really bad. And I ended up running him. Like, we were disqualified, obviously, but I said to the judges, would you mind if I just took him around the show ring and ran him? I was in my civvies. I had like a fluffy purple jumper on and trousers covered in chalk because I was groomed for the day. So I was plastered in chalk, absolutely covered in mud. The judge was very kind. She let me run him. And I'm really glad she did because I really wanted to make a point to him that acting like a dingus does not get you out of doing your job. So I really wanted to make a point of not just letting him leave the show ring when he was behaving like that. So I'm glad we got to do that. But yeah, Mum, bless her, is a bit bitter towards this show now. She doesn't really want to go again, but I think it's a good show. There's There's some really good classes there. I need to have a look at what's on the schedule this year. It's a nice, fairly local venue. It's within an hour's drive. And I think that's a good like starting point as like first show of the year. So that's like end of March. So we basically got 3 months, just under 3 months, to get the boys in shape. And hopefully a bit more sensible than last year as well will be the plan. We need to get more work under their belts before we take them out this year, because we do not want an exploding blueberry again. So that one, I'm going to do my best to persuade her that we're going to that one. And the other date of interest that I found was actually the Tumpy Spring Show, which I think was Easter. I just need to double check that. Yeah, so that's the 21st of April. So that's an Easter show. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on here as well, because that'll be a great one for Woody. That'll be a really good, like, back to showing show for him. Because, yeah, going back out again is going to fry his brain because it's Woodster. So we'll put... I need a pen with a thinner nib. Blue, quit wiggling the wall, you dope. Cool. Let's put show on there so I know it's a show and not dressage or anything. Cool. Okay, so we've got 2 dates on the calendar. There's loads of dressage going on before that. Hopefully we might get to do some of those. I need to figure out a way to get them in dressage shape. It's doable. It's definitely doable. I need to stop being such a whiny arse this year, and instead of complaining about what I don't have, I need to refocus my energy on what I do have. And what I do have is access to hill work. Admittedly, I might not be able to do as much canter work as I'd like, but I still have access to good hill work. I do have access to local venues. If I can put aside a few pennies every month, I can quite easily go and do some schooling. Like, we might be able to work out a deal where, you know, we take multiple horses or go with friends or something like that to sort of like manage the prices a bit more. So that's an option. I'm going to gradually keep filling this in over the next couple of weeks now, hoping by the end of January I'm going to have all the dates I want. I've just realised I forgot to put the most interesting one on there, which is toys. I got the dates for toys as well, so let's go ahead and put that on there. So, toys this year is the 31st of July to the 3rd of August. Cool. And I really do want to go to that properly this year. We need to find qualifiers. I think we're going to have to travel further than we would maybe like to get to the qualifiers. Struggle to find them in our area. Like, they all seem to be up north for some reason, like quite a fair way up north. But yeah, we're going to have to do some serious planning and thinking ahead on this one. But my head is in the game. I'm going to use all my crazy hormone energy and channel it into some epic planning ahead, and then hope that we don't have ridiculous expenses flying at us from random places this year like we did last year to ruin things. Yeah, fingers crossed this year is going to be a good year. I'm really hoping this year is going to be a good year. Fingers crossed. Let's hope it is.